Today we are at the rather interesting name Cockstane to learn of the history and myth surrounding a random stone in this glen. Welcome to Exploring Scotland's History. The stone lies behind this gate, and this gate has the crest of ℏ. As you can see, the wildcat clutching a snake. Rawr. The story is quite rare when we get to it. Clan ℏ can be traced back to the 15th century and ℏ which was Great Tommy of Clanhatton in Badenoch. The ℏ clan badge is the snowberry or ghostberry, and many have been planted in this little bit of forestry that leads you up to the main event. Snowberry is a hardy little plant that the seeds of can actually stay dormant for up to 10 years. And here is the stone. Let me tell you a story. So now our story focuses on the 7th laird of Clan ℏ, Maccomy Moore, Big John. The clan feudal system in the area required that tenant farmers paid rent. The poorer of the tenant farmers who couldn't come up with the rent, there would have been factors collect goods such as crops or possibly livestock. It was called Kain, K-A-I-N. The Duke of Atholl owned the lands and the ℏ were expected to pay. A crowd of Atholl's men were working their way up the glen collecting their taxes and rents when they happened upon a cottage with an elderly widow in it, very poor. Really the only sustenance she was getting was from her chickens. Odd wee bit of meat and obviously regular eggs. She couldn't pay her rent, so Atholl's men said they would be taking the chickens. And no matter how much she protested, they bundled the chickens and the cockerel into a sack, still alive, chucking away, and disappeared off with them. The old widow felt for sure that she would now starve to death. So she ran to Big John and said, "Look, they've taken all my chickens and this is me, that's the end of me." John Maccomy was livid at this. He gathered up some clansmen and headed down the glen after Atholl's men. He eventually caught up with them in and around the area of the stone. He demanded the chickens back for the widow. Atholl's men screamed back they weren't handing the chickens over, and Maccomy lost it. With one blow of his sword, he took the leader's head off. The rest of his clan went after the Atholl's men, and before long another 3 corpses lay beside the stone. The randomers left from Atholl's men, dropped their weapons and run like hell. But in the midst of this crisis, nobody noticed what was happening to the chickens. The cockerel had somehow managed to get his way out of the sack and had climbed to the top of the stone and was doing his cockerel thing and declaring his sovereignty for this stone. Now, obviously the end of the story is that poor widow gets her chickens back. It was her only source of food. The cockerel, there's not much said about him, but he must have been declared some kind of a hero, because this is the Cockstane. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps the channel grow. I would like to thank everyone who donates and supports the channel through the Ko-fi page. The links to social media and Ko-fi are below. Until next time, thank you for watching.